103, where we are playing Ashes of the Singularity in a very low resolution, apparently. Until recently, I didn't know this was a game. I thought this was just a tech demo written by AMD. But apparently, it was actually a game. This was the first game to use... it's locking the mouse cursor. It's just sitting there going, loading assets. But I've never played it before. Literally not at all. So we'll see how it goes. Skip. Wait, where's options? Video. Quality, low. Wait, my options are low, standard, high, extreme, crazy, or DirectX 11. Is that the lowest or the highest? So my options are DX11, DX12, or Vulkan, with no indication which it thinks I should use. It surprises me though, because I mean, people have a go at me unfortunately when I don't give them all the video options that they want access to, and you very rapidly realise most people haven't got a clue what these options actually do. I mean, I would struggle to work out whether or not I would want DirectX 12 or Vulkan, and ideally, on my particular video card, I'd like the game to say Are you hearing sound now? Thank you, Degashna. Maybe that's why I've got so many people watching, is they can't hear my voice. Self-burn. Hopefully you can hear me now. If you can't hear me now, yeah, no, you should be able to hear me now.
We need more logistics.
So as we're saying, I never played this before, so I don't know what I'm doing. I like the feel. It feels like TA. Still runs like shit, even with the detail turned down, which is odd.
I don't know whether it's the map is small, but it doesn't allow to zoom that far out.
We need more logistics.
We need more logistics. Well. But keys like, if I select one unit, I want to press Control Z to select the rest.
Logistics.
I can't double click because it's moving a bit much. What's that? Radioactives deposit.
So I have some thorium generators, and apparently that's how you win.
Ah. I don't know what he's talking about. Well done, go you. We're all very proud of you.
20 out of 500.
Ah. Oh, well, has it got Dawn of War style that you can't just sit here and turtle, you have to get out there and kick some ass type
we need more logistics.
Things. Because that's one thing that most RTS games are awful at. You just sit there and turtle for hours, you want to. Whereas Dawn of War, etc., very clearly go, no, you get your ass out there right now or you lose in 6 minutes. And you're like, oh.
We need more logistics.
So I've got some bombers. I don't know what they're doing in the middle of your base, but hey, that's what they're doing. And they can't even hit a fucking static target. I also appear to capture power generators by shooting them, which is interesting approach.
We need more logistics.
I'd like an idle engineers thing.
Quantum upgrade installed.
Oh, I've just installed a quantum upgrade, so that's good. I was getting worried there. F3 selects all air units, but selects all units on the screen. Oh, all air units on the screen. Oh, okay, cool, thank you. Oh right, I thought that was what I was supposed to be capturing. And it was just a turret.
We have captured a generator.
Hooray! Now I'm going to win in some time.
Oh no, it looks like it's going to be a conflict.
I'm surprised more games didn't do that though. Like genuinely, the Dawn of War approach to forcing players to fight, it's just so rarely been done. And the ironic thing is, they didn't even make it up. They just took it from the board game, you know, the home game. Oh man, you've got much bigger vehicles than I have. They're cool. I've only got little ones. I make big ones. I haven't worked out any way to upgrade yet.
It's like a separate factory.
Yeah, but I requires a quantum relay. Maybe I should have just been paying attention. I wasn't.
The enemy has captured a region.
Very pretty though. Not that I'm excusing its crappy frame rate. It's very pretty.
The enemy has captured a region.
Nice. Oh, hello, kid. Ah, right now. Quantum relay.
Too bad that often you need to get a similar level opponent to get handle on the gameplay.
To get what, sorry?
Like you need even matches, or it's difficult to get the handle on gameplay.
But he just
Labor is very different.
The enemy has captured a region.
anti-aliasing is just a fill rate. Like this game should have no fill rate issues at all because it's there's no overdraw. You know? But this is one that basically is at ATI went on for ages because it was one of the first DX12 games on the market. But yeah, I don't even know what units I've got now. There's no indication. I've got 2. Ah, there's the idle engineer button. Cool. Right, that'll help. Refinery. Factory.
Control groups are kind.
The enemy has captured a region.
Shows the amount, well, and the approximate spatial location.
I'm gonna have to turn the game down a lot so you are much quieter in the game. There we go.
Supreme Commander 2 had very funky unit groups. They automatically turned into groups that worked as one unit.
Yes.
I kinda didn't like that.
Not enough metal.
So I think you can build quantum relays anywhere. I'm wondering whether there's a danger element to it.
I don't know. I don't even understand what I'm doing, to be quite frank. So I'm just kind of wiggling along, building some units, wondering that I'm out of. Let's see that. I'm out of income. Okay. The game is doing an atrocious. I just set like 20 units somewhere and they're all dead, and it's doing an atrocious job of letting me know I've just lost a whole bunch of units. Take a shot. Yeah, honestly, I'm like, these guys are taking down. I'm mostly just playing because we found out it exists, and we have tried to play TA, which is pretty good, but I know TA so well. Supreme Commander, unfortunately, I haven't played in a long time, and it suffered from the fact that like one of the people in our group still plays it a lot. So it wasn't even close. And Dawn of War as well. So it's quite hard to have any sort of fun games there. We should probably do against the AI next, so we can actually build some of the big bada booms. Oh boy, now it's...
Middle thing gives a lot of victory points.
Well, Nick, that's the only... That's... Taking hold terrain generator to win via critical mass of uranium. Yeah, but I don't have anything. Like, all my units are dead. I tried to build a bigger thing, and it's still building? So again, here, I don't... It's that little tiny bar there supposed to represent how full it is. I guess so.
The enemy has captured a region.
RTS games have the scene that usually a ton of units beats every kind of delicate composition.
What? Oh, say that again.
Often just having more units is more important than anything else.
Well, Well, no. I mean, in TA, if you swarm me with 10,000 Pee-wees, you're not going to get very far. But, like, in reality, having more tanks than the other guy is it's usually a pretty good way to win. But that applies to almost every game. TA does a reasonable job. Subcom probably a little better of tiering units. So a tier 2 unit is worth 5 tier 1s. Of course, you have 6 times many tier 1s. Sure, you'll win, but then they should make it, the goal is there to make it so that does not cost more than 6 times the resources. But that's when you need to start being extremely clear to the player about the relative value of the units and how much they're worth. And I mean, again, I tried very hard in Fortress Craft to do this. People still manage to balls it up to make sure that level 2 units cost twice as much as level 1 units, but are 4 times as good. And so on and so on. I'm sure that said F1. Oh, right, idle factories.
Pew 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 pew.
There's a lot of little pew pew, isn't there? So this, I said there is a free-to-play game that I have downloaded, and I watched a few videos on it. It looks really good, and it's called Dreadnought. Imagine this game, but you only have one unit, and it's super, super complex and powerful. I think we should probably try it, by the way. It actually looks quite fun. And I think it supports co-op gameplay, which is also good. Economy, metal extractor, amplifier, build on a captured generator. Okay. The enemy has what? Something levels? If I make a... Somewhere in here should be one of my healing units. No. No. The planes are quite good, but they don't have a very sensible flight pattern, do they? Better than ones in TA, where to do a U-turn, they just used to fly halfway into the enemy base. Medic. Can I make the medic repair stuff? Right, so medics don't repair turrets. So they don't repair bases, they just repair turrets. Oh, wrong game. I keep trying to right click to deselect stuff. But right click is actually cancel all the clicks you just did and head there. I'm out of radioactives. Oh no. Pretty sure the plural of radioactives is still radioactive. Maybe. Maybe not. It's better. It's better.
The enemy has captured a region.
Not enough metal.
She would expect to say not enough mana. But she doesn't.
Captured a generator.
How the bombers are freaking awful.
Oh, you have the center when I'm surrounding it.
I'm halfway to winning, so less than you. Now I'm fucked. You've got 10 times my military and economic might, so I've got no chance. If my bombers were actually capable of doing anything, it might go a little better, but they're not. Oh man, now I want to play Homeworld. These feel like, oh, I think it just crashed. Well, was that me or you then? Mine's just sitting here. Still using up CPU time. Dead, I guess. We'll call it a draw. I love the way it's got a safe mode option. A game should not have a safe mode option. Multiplayer, custom, private match. Alright, so let's do a these maps will look kind of boring. Ah, there we go. Let's put an AI in slot 5 then. And I will join your team. And he can be on team 2. Let's just have a look at some of the bits and bobs, because I was just quite frankly struggling to work out what the resources were, or what I graded what, and what built what, and I just about built something and then the game crashed.
So passing some computers.
Okay, now. So, for a game that runs at super duper high res and all that, the menus are awfully blurry, aren't they? They're obviously designed for 1080p, so I'm running at 1440, so it's just a bit blurry.
I guess strategy-wise, the wireframe mode would be sufficient. But for the candy, you have to have the 3D mode. Yeah.
Well, you can't play it in this mode because if you zoom out too far, it stops even telling you what kind of icon they are. No, because John Hadley, as I said, I can sum up very roughly. DirectX 12 is like DirectX 11 but slow, and Vulkan is like DirectX 11 but crashy. Fortune-Craft's got both DX11 and Vulkan support, and I was singularly unimpressed with them both. So if we actually want to look at the endgame units, we're going to have to carefully not capture all of the Turinium. Excuse me. I like the little capture beams. I don't think I need a enormous picture of my Steam logo in the corner at all points, though, do I?
Quantum upgrade installed.
Maybe next to other people's.
Yeah, but okay, on the screen right now, I have an enormous logo of mine in the top left and another copy of it in the top right, but smaller. Like, I'm not even sure I needed the first one. There's definitely some very nice shinies though. Ugh, see the landscape tessellation system screwing up there? See how quickly it's like super, well, reasonably high, blurry as hell. Right, these metal, they're metal, let's do metal. What was the Homeworld RTS? Graveyards of Karnak or something?
Was Homeworld not an RTS?
No, the ground-based RTS. Graveyards of Karnak or something? I never played that one. The reviews were not as positive as I would generally like something I'm going to spend money on. Now, Homeworld, I'm good at Homeworld. Deserts of Karak, that's it. I'm good at Homeworld. I used to play Homeworld every Sunday morning for about a year. Just play online matches. Because of the nature of the game, it's very forgiving of latency. So you could have games that literally had players from all around the world in it. And that was cool. So I used to play, with a bunch of Australians, whereas you cannot do that with a lot of RTSs because the latency is just horrible.
So the circle nodes have metal deposits on them.
Some do, some have radioactive.
Are all those in the triangle ones?
I don't know. I think circle is radioactive and triangle is metal, maybe? Wait, enough, the music appears to be very No Man's Sky. Yeah, triangles are radioactives. This is what I mean. So stuff like games like this. So radioactives are a material we need. Fine. When it says radioactives extractor, the radioactives logo should be there. The metal logo should be there at all points. Your game should be hammering home things that you need to know. Without, I try and do this in Fortress Craft as much as I can in explaining stuff to the player without going, okay, so we're going to explain to you how blah 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 blah, blah works. But if you always use the logo for radioactives every time you mention radioactives, soon enough you become to learn it. This is something I was always very impressed with Dawn of War, is the game would teach you how to play it all the time. Like all the way through, the game was telling you how to play. And something you didn't even notice, like every time you clicked on something, you just give you a tooltip about how that particular thing worked. And it was genuinely very good. This one, not so much. I click on the engineer, nothing. Not a single piece of text in the game screen telling me what an engineer is.
Maybe it assumes that people use the tutorials.
No, it's just Dawn of War did not assume anything. Dawn of War looked at how people actually play games and built it around that. Like here, if I click on the engineer, I can see the engineer's got light armor, a fabrication array, and a fusion arc. But I have to go and hover it, but it doesn't say engineer, basic unit for building stuff. Click, archer. Now it does on here, so when I click here, it says archer, fragile but high damage against cruisers, mixed with brutes for screening. Cool. Doesn't say it here. There's plenty of room. There's a spare bit here, plenty of text here. So it's that sort of thing. That's what separates the good from the excellent, is those levels of difference. Don't think TA did it. I think, again, Dawn of War was the game that really sort of started to make these things happen. Oh, I think something. There's a diamond flashing at the top. I assume the AI is about to take its first diamond. So can I not build orbital fabricator? Produce engineers. I can't produce metal storage, which always amusing. Metal storage just being, you know, a box.
The blue belt has upgrades that helps with that.
The blue? The quantum upgrades. Ah!
Quantum upgrade installed.
That's just a completely arbitrary. Build as many quantum relays as you like and get given. Oh no, can I not click and drag a whole row of things? Oh no! Ah! Ugh. I keep trying to right click to cancel it. That's what comes with having played too many different RTSs. Some are right click cancel, some are left click cancel. Let's see that goes up. Requires energy projector. Alright. Energy projector. Energy projector. Unlocks things. Cool. Let's put one of those. It's also a little concerning. I'm red. I should never be red. The enemy should always be red. It was TF2, sorry, that did that. You were always on team blue and the enemy were always on team red. Even, like, every round. So you never had any confusion about who to attack.
Until spy.
Until you're a spy, yes. Shh. But it meant that after a round, or switching teams, you would never sit there accidentally killing the wrong person.
So the spy saying that he's confused is lying.
Maybe he's the monster. Logistics. How do I increase logistics? By clicking the plus button.
Quantum upgrade installed.
And clicking it again.
Quantum upgrade installed.
It's a bit weird. To produce the advanced Sky Factory, I have to just make a Sky Factory, which is crap. Because in TA, to make an advanced aircraft plant, you had to make a basic aircraft plant. And from the basic aircraft plant, you made a vehicle that could do it. It didn't just gate it away saying, nah.
Quantum upgrade installed.
So that's an odd. You have to build this one to get this one with no sort of explanation as to why I need to build a little airport before I can build a big airport. When I click on my base, I've got a little button marked engineers, and then at the top left I've got a little red circle, an orange circle with 4 quadrants. At the top right, a little yellow box. What do they do?
Where is the yellow box?
Like if you select an engineer, at the top of the economy box has 9 buttons, a little orange with 4 quadrants, and a yellow circle. Sorry, yeah, a yellow circle with a little. I guess it's a box. It's a bit blurry. It's a bit hard to tell. In it. He's helping? I can't tell. Let me just tell them to patrol, which was F. Why F? A is fine, P is fine, T is alright, L would do, but F is for follow. And then they've got G for move. D for add destination, and B for disband army. Yeah, so I'm assuming the engineers can help build, but they don't seem to be. Ah, now they do. I had to click on the right bit of it. They don't do it automatically if they patrol past something. That's a bit silly. I know it's probably my fault.
Quantum upgrade installed.
And I'm apparently now spending quanta. Orbital jam. I'm sorry, Jagesh. I'm sure this is utterly painful for you watching us play.
Well, I have got a dreadnought.
Cool. You beat me to it then.
The icon has quadruple box on it.
4 blocks on your icon? My goodness me.
And when I click on it, it has these other unit building icons. So it's some sort of hero unit. The small R fodder.
Yes. Well, I'm waiting for my my big one to get built, you see.
Juggernaut launch initiated.
Yay! Juggernaut launch initiated. Oh dear. Oh, good lord. What are you What is going on with this? I didn't change the texture detail. That's still set to high. So that's really poor. I'd like to point out, by the way, at this point in time, this game is using up 8 gigabytes of VRAM. It's using 8 gigabytes up, and it can't render this texture at high resolution. There you go. High. Come on. No. This is one of those things. If I've clicked on a unit, Dan will draw that unit at maximum resolution. No ifs, no buts, no exceptions. Oh, did I just build a Juggernaut? I meant to build a
Quantum upgrade installed.
Dreadnought.
Quantum upgrade installed.
Is that what I just built? Yeah, I totally did. Cancel? They're not a patch on the like the Fat Boy though. This one just looks like some sort of weird floating carnival ride. It didn't cross my mind to set my factory up to
Yeah, Infinite build is the default style with the EA kind of games.
That's fine, by the way. It just didn't cross my mind to... Normally I just queue up 100 every time I think about it. Come on, blurry ship. What if I can actually just... Because I have turned it to low. Let's turn it to... My options are low, high, or ultra. You must restart for changes to take effect. Fuck you. Write your code properly. Oh. Damn it, Shalkar's about to blow all that up, and it's you. So there isn't a follow option. There's no guard. So in TA, what I'd often do is I just select a huge group of units and then make one of them the leader, and then only assign that one and tell the rest just to follow that one's orders. I'm probably shocked at the blurriness, honestly. We're up to nearly 9 gigs of GPU RAM. Actually, no, that's not true. Apparently I'm using 5 gigs of dedicated and 3 gigs of shared. It's probably just shunted out like, that's probably OBS or something. Well, Stardock are just a publisher. So Stardock can just go and hire some more people. Retreat! Retreat! So the thing about doing floating units means you don't need to calculate any sort of like turning circles or anything like that.
Juggernaut launch initiated.
And if anything is going to maybe not buy a game, it's we'll fix it in the sequel. I mean, I genuinely thought this was paid for by AMD. I honestly thought this was just a tech demo. Like, not in being funny. I didn't realise it was an actual game.
A demo for graphics or
Just to show off how powerful AMD cards were versus Intel ones. Not Intel, Nvidia.
We need more logistics. Quantum upgrade installed.
Is there a way to say select all of the same unit, Daggershite? Like, I've got 3 healers selected. I'd like to select all of that type.
double clicks does something?
Only if you're close enough to actually be able to double click. I want to zoom out and go all of those. Or I want to zoom in a bit and go all the ones. I have to find one. Again. I can't realistically double click on the far zoomed out map.
An enemy nexus has been destroyed.
Oh. Well, I didn't get to build anything. Calm yourself a little bit. I can't seem to deselect ready for the... Oh, right. Wait. I can't seem to deselect ready for the enemy. So how do I choose? Oh, start. Put you in 1. And we'll put him on the substrate as well. Oh, that's a shame. Because in Total Annihilation, you could press Control Z. Control Z. What that did is if you were... it would select everything on the screen of the same type. And if you zoomed out, you could select everything across the whole map of the same type. Sorry, I'm just... I'm sadly also doing work at the same time. Story of my life. Okay, metal extractor. 1, 2, 3, 4.
If only there was a way to make work gladly.
To make work what?
It's better to work gladly than sadly.
Oh, I like work. That's not the point. I can't work and command my units at the same time. Well, that's a shame about the development of this. Like I say, it's quite cool. It's definitely a Total Annihilation successor. Absolutely. What I'm going to do, I'm going to go to there, and then I'm just going to block the AI in. And if you go to there, then we get to build all the endgame stuff. So we can just shut the AI in.
I don't think the factories can assist each other.
You can select multiple factories and give them the same orders, and then it does give you the sum total of the orders. But I don't think you can tell one factory to go to another, or to patrol, or to guard another. No, not that I've seen.
That was kind of significant Supreme Commander feature.
I mean, you can just double click on a factory and then tell them all to do the same thing. Oh, dang. I like the trails and everything though. That's cool. I guess I'm slowly capturing it as all my units drive past.
Quantum upgrade installed. Quantum upgrade installed.
Okay. The noise you can hear in the background, I bought my cat a robot fish that when she hits it, it flaps about. I then put it in a plastic bag, and I'm beginning to maybe regret my purchase a little bit. She likes it though, so... Ah, right, okay, so where's the AR? The AR can only come in through there. So if I stick up my units there, nothing can ever come through. Yeah, I would like to play through Red Alert 3 again. Red Alert 3, to my mind, is one of the best RTS games ever made, if for no other reason than it supports full co-op play of the whole story. On the downside, it was kind of designed like that, and it's pretty hard to play it single player sometimes, because you have to deal with two fronts, but it's awesome two-player. Absolutely great. And you play through the whole story, all the cutscenes, all the levels, everything. Is this guy helping? Not helping? Watching?
Multiplayer cutscenes.
Well, but I mean, it's not you play through the whole game as if it was single player, but multiplayer. Like there was no particular difference between single player and multiplayer. Whereas a lot of games, you know, you just don't get to play like that multiplayer.
More logistics.
And as far as I know, no one else has ever really done that. But it was designed to play multiplayer. It wasn't just there is multiplayer. It was these levels are very much designed around two attack fronts.
We need more logistics.
Wait, are you kind of a beige colour? So when you capture stuff, it goes from a slightly blue to a slightly beige. Brilliant.
Yeah, I should have changed it to something more exciting.
It's not excitement. I can't tell what the hell you are. Radioactives, quantum relay. Oh, maybe I should build some radio. Ah, right. This is the one I need to capture radioactives anyway. Cool. So.
We need more logistics.
Dora is firmly, my kitten is firmly of the. She's a fetcher, but she is firmly of a no retrieve, only throw mentality. She's like, throw it, throw it, throw it, throw it, throw it. And I'm like, it's the other side of the room. You have to go and get it. She just looks at me going, why aren't you throwing it? To be fair, she is a cat and doesn't know better.
We need more logistics.
I'm starting to get a little efficient on the economy.
Yeah, I'm getting a little bit better. But right now, I mean, I've got loads. My limit is I haven't done enough quanta, which is a little too close to the Australian Airlines for my liking. But I love the little capture beams that come out. They're sweet. Okay, now this one's radioactives. And then I also want metal.
More logistics. Insufficient radioactive.
Oh, wait, the computer's attacking me with something. It's a tier 2. All my units are completely ignoring it for some reason. TA was the worst for that. They'd ignore it. You'd say attack. They wouldn't even move. They'd just turn around and start shooting the unit you wanted them to kill. Maybe I'll tell them to patrol to there, from there to there. You know, just waste a little bit of CPU time.
We need more logistics.
Oh no, Dora. She brought me the thing to throw and then dropped it on the floor. So I need Quanta for that.
We need more logistics.
If you like, I will amass a bunch more units and send them around to stop Blue escaping from his little circle. I'm still wasting CPU time by having them patrol rather than stay still. Literally wasting CPU time.
We need more logistics.
I take your point. It's an irrelevant amount of CPU time, but it is literally wasting some CPU time. Just, you know, not very much. What game was it? I want to say Red Alert. Might be Red Alert. When you clicked go, it would have been Red Alert or something else. You could select like 500 units and hit go, and it was quite funny because the game would just freeze up while it gave the order to all the units.
We need more logistics.
Come on, engineers, build Quanta faster. Oh right, sorry, I thought it was red, meaning I didn't have enough Quanta. I'm running 2.5 Quanta a second. Quanta, Quanta, Quanta! Actually, there's no... Yeah, there is a U, so it is Quanta. Otherwise it'd be Canta, I guess.
Quantum upgrade installed. Quantum upgrade installed.
Ah, I know what I should do. I should wait for this engineer to get built. God bless you. Go on. Why is this thing so slow at building engineers? Stop shop. There we go. It seems a bit weird though for a game that's about en masse stuff, but I can't click and drag. Oh, can I? Really? Ugh. It looks like the buildings are designed to interlock, so that's quite cool. A little bit accidental on my part, but cool nonetheless.
We need more logistics.
Oh, your face needs all the logistics.
Quantum upgrade installed.
I hope Dora enjoys me throwing her stuff, by the way, because there's at least a chance. She's just going, what are you doing? Stop chucking my stuff away. I just brought it back. What you... Oh, you chucked it away again.
Quantum upgrade installed.
Oh, right. Oh, no, it's just the order. Ah, now I'm running out of radioactives. Did you screw your jump up, Dora? Oh, I don't know where it is. She's just chirruping at me. Like, bro. Stuck underneath my steering wheel pedals. To get some more radioactives though. I'm assuming there's not a.
Insufficient radioactive.
I can store more, but I can't increase my productivity via that menu. And so I can't tell engineers to automatically help stuff either.
How'd they behave on patrol?
Well, that's what I tried before, but now one of the... So, like, if I select him and I tell him to patrol... Now they've just flown away from a unit that's constructing. They might help build the more factories. And that's that. Oh, hello, Dora. Metal. Metal extractor.
We need more logistics.
Oh, shush.
Quantum
So basically, I don't know if you can see,
installed.
I can't see my units on the map quite so well. I've just been sending units to the block point. They're just sitting there now, so I don't think I'm going to be getting through. Oh, I quite like the... What's that? Sort of a radar, maybe? Is that like a radar beyond line of sight? Let's have a look. Radar. Sorry, sensor array.
We need more logistics.
Hey, Dora, you have to bring it back. That's how throwing works. Upgrades requires armory. Requires armory. Maybe I should build an armory. Red launch armory. Constructs cruisers. Oh. You see, I'm struggling on radioactive, Shaka, because you've captured my stuff. Unfortunately, I've got one radioactive, and you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Why have you not grabbed territory?
Because you grabbed it. And no, team game, same side. An entire level, but you and I have a tiny choke point between us.
We need more logistics.
Dora,
I was going east.
that's south that you've captured that at.
My side excursion is enough to block your north expansion.
Yeah, but there is only one way through. Basically, this level there's 5 players, but you can only access 2 other players. Actually, a very nicely designed level. Upgrades requires power regulator. But yeah, I've got -1 radioactives. Can you... I guess you can't... I don't think I can capture it from you, though, even if you move your units away. Can you share radioactivity with me?
I can't find any diplomacy options.
Oh, I see. Right, so it only builds the ones it can build. And the patrolling units aren't helping. So that's shit. engineers can speed up. Multi engineers can speed up build times. Well, only if I literally control them by hand. Oh wait, hold on. The AI has sent some shit into my base.
You might be able to utilize the extraction point on alley lands.
No, because it's just maybe radioactives extracted. Let's try.
Need more logistics.
Yes, I can build some in that thing.
Quantum upgrade installed.
Oh right, the AI has advanced so far south. There's another choke point. Well, let's start to fill that choke point up with units then.
Quantum upgrade installed. Quantum upgrade installed. Insufficient radioactives.
What's the thing that makes the big things? Thread launch. Oh, great name, let's be honest.
Hey, I'm at least having a negative metal income.
It's not minus 16, but minus 60 radioactives. Oh. Can you not set patrol points for factories? Oh, come on, seriously? Why not? Great, that's really poor. So the way I work in TA is I give patrol routes to factories. So that means that when the unit's built, it's already got a patrol route sorted. And that way lets you... it stops micromanaging. So I would have just set up a patrol route all the way up and down that for planes, so I don't have to do any work. But my bombers... Incidentally, bombers, could you maybe fly a little bit further up? Do you have to fly it 60 feet above the ground? What's this achievement I just got? Fielded 1,000 logistics worth of units. So I think I had something that will boost radioactives. Is it a oh, I thought I built some radioactive generators on there. Now they say they're yours. I absolutely queued some up on top of that.
The units move quite slow.
Yeah, there doesn't be a game speed option, does there? Okay, the cursor bigger, so that's already one step bigger than better than balloons.
I guess the map scale could also be deceptive.
Yeah, I guess we don't have any humans, so we don't know how big anything is, but that's not a bad thing. Moving slowly means you have to think about what you do rather than react. So Z was the same thing. You had to plan, not react. Oh,
So in a game that you should not turtle in, you sure are turtling quite a lot.
Who, me? Me?
Yeah.
Sorry, do you want me just to send my units in and win the game immediately? Because I can do that. Like, all I have to do is control select them all and click on the middle of the base and I will win.
Well, there isn't much else to do now.
Well, I was trying to build the top level units to see what they're actually like. But I'm still constructing the thing because apparently these guys only help with the very vaguest way, and as I said, you nicked all of the radioactive points across the map, so I am unable to do anything other than watch my radioactives trickle in very, very, very slowly. But yeah, I do kind of wish that every game since Dawn of War took a lot of the leaves out their book. The capture and hold victories, all the different approaches to that were very, very, very good. And I think really elevated it above the StarCraft, memorize your build queue, build orders in the, get your orders per whatever it was. Actions per minute up, which is always just a shit way of playing anything, to be quite frank. It turns out, I mean, it's not strategy then that, you know, that turns into speed chess. Is this amplifier actually working even though it's not built? It says it's doing +8 radioactives per second. Right, so...
Enemy nexus has been destroyed.
Well, there we go. Well, yeah, it's alright. I'm not massively struck. It doesn't seem to have done anything that TA or Strategic Commander hasn't done, though. I mean, it's just done it with more modern graphics. But yeah, that's alright. Don't currently have a plan for tomorrow night. As do we ever. Are we going to do more of this, by the way? Because I kind of feel like I've pretty much seen all it has to offer. Like, the next step would be play it an awful lot to learn everything in the game, unfortunately.
That would be this beginning point and not the end point.
Well, apart from the orbital powers, I've seen everything. I've seen all the units. That's it. Like, there's what, 5 air units and 2 juggernauts, 3 cruisers, wherever it is. It just seems a bit, I don't know, unimaginative, I guess is probably the way I would describe this. Like, they took the TA/Sprint Commander basic concept and didn't... yeah, but Dekashot, I wasn't trying to beat the AI. I wasn't trying to just run in and stomp in. When we were at massively boosted resources, it would have been trivial to do so. I used to play nationally ranked RTS games. I know how to do it, but I don't want to play like that. It's not any fun. Just wanted to sort of see the units and go, ooh, that was cool. I can kind of see why it didn't take off, though. It didn't advance the genre any. Supcom fans are just going to go, I'll stick with Supcom, and they're not going to pull people in. They're like, the graphics aren't that good to sort of look at. Oh. I was kind of assuming that I could look at a replay online. What? What's it need 20 seconds to do? But this is why the only reason I know... the game ever did anything was because it had this benchmark just to show off all the cool units. Look at all the lighting failing across the whole screen. And there you're not updating your camera at the same rate as the model, so you've got weird ass blur. I do like the design of the ships, they're very homeworld. I know the stream is utterly failing. It's running perfectly smooth on my screen, by the way, but the stream has utterly fallen over as far as I can tell.
Using more CPU power to have more units is kind of good. Pushes gameplay instead of more graphics.
Yeah, but they pushed the technology, but didn't push forwards the interface. So I can't easily select all ground units. I can't easily select all units per given type. So you can be more units and less controls. So I kind of do want to have a look at Dreadnought at some point. I said, imagine you play just one of the biggest ships in this game in a tactical game against other biggest ship type ones. I say I've watched some YouTubers play it. I don't know why the game got suggested to me, and it looks really good. But I've downloaded it and I've patched it about 20 times and I've never played it. But yeah, definitely along with the improvement in technology has to come an equivalent improvement in unit management. Like my units were, like I had a cluster of units and some of them being shot by the bad guys and actually just ignoring it. Like when I'm now dealing with, 50,000 units, not 200 units, I have to rely on the units not needing to be micromanaged. Hooray! Average frame rate 69. Average CPU frame rate 100. Not really sure what that means. Oh my god, what are you doing? No, it's soaked up all my CPU, so I don't think I've got any left to upload the stream. I think what's happened. Only 4.7% of people have played a game against the AI and won. Won a skirmish with a handicap. I'm pretty sure I gave us a positive handicap. But yeah, I will wander off now and play with the cat. No specific plans for, well, forever, really. I would like to look at Pulsar. I would like to look at Dreadnought. I would like to look at One Sane. I might try and have a look at Insane 2, because One Sane was genuinely one of my all-time favourite games, and I wasn't aware there was a sequel. It might also be worth us looking at some of the other odd MMOs in squads. We've got War Thunder, we've got War of Tanks, we've got Crossout. Because I played a lot of these, and quite frankly, they're asked by yourself. So, yeah, there's plenty of these sorts of weird and wonderful ones. And I would like to look at Apex Legends when it comes out properly as well. As well as, what's that new one? Ubisoft, Hyper Drifter, Hyperlight, Hyperspace, Hyper something, which is their Ubisoft's approach into the MMO Battle Royale territory. And we'll see how that goes, because Amazon did one and it totally flopped. And then there was another one out a little bit before Apex Legends, and I've utterly forgotten the name of it. It will come to me. It will. Anyway, I am going to go to bed early tonight, as I am tired, because as I may have mentioned earlier, I bought a robotic fish, and I regret buying this robotic fish, as Dora kept bringing it into my room. But I will be around tomorrow, and we will do something else. I will find out who's got Pulsar, because that does look like it might be quite funny. Just cheers for watching, guys. You're all awesome, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.